In these sasses, this one and the ones that began with 48 and beyond, the ones that are coming, are kind of a master's program. We're going behind the scenes. We're going to explore some of the reasoning and the logic, if you can call it that, and I think you can, that went into the creation of the big picture, which is what I believe God is doing in this world. And I'm now writing a book. I did the basic training stuff, and I did the what does the Holy Bible really say in that posed a lot of big questions. And now I'm doing a book called Before the Beginning of Time, Why a G-rated God Made an X-rated World. And it deals essentially with the problem of evil. Excuse me. And it's a dialogue between the Son and the Father, all about what the creation is going to be that's to come. And they're wrestling with how are they going to do what it is they want to do, and what is it they want to do. And the more we understand the answers to the big questions and see the big picture, the more you'll realize that the biblical message makes perfect sense. Everything God is doing is the only way he could do what he wanted to do. And the question is, what's he want to do? Why is he doing it this way? Well, he's doing it this way because it's the best way to do it. So what's he doing? So we had the two passages. We had the passage from Colossians, which says Christ is the firstborn of all the creation. And then we had the passage from Genesis that talks about the first day and the second day and the third day, and the rhetoric changed from the first 6 days to the seventh. And so the seventh day is treated differently in Genesis from the first 6, which led me to finally conclude we're still living in the 6th day, which, by the way, means that the days of creation, at least the 6th day, is not a 24-hour day. And so there are lots of believers, lots of Christians, who will start poking holes in that one. Excuse me. Because there are all kinds of different views from all those 200 different churches, Christian sects, and denominations. And I'm trying to be intellectually honest and biblically accurate. And I have the gift of skepticism, and I have an open mind, and I'm still doing the work. And so you're coming along with that. You're going behind the scenes. So what other passages may relate to this? Well, if this world in which we're living is not perfect, and it only stands to reason that a perfect world would be created by a perfect God, and this couldn't be it. So what is perfect? Well, if you read along in Revelation and in some of the other books, there is a new world to come, a new heavens and a new earth. And those will be reconciled to God. See, mankind made a mistake, and he made the mistake because God made us in his image. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, God is not creating this world that we're living in. This world is his means to the new heavens and the new earth. So there's more to come. God is not resting. Well, how do we know God is not resting? Well, Christ in, I believe, John, says he only did or was only doing what he saw the Father doing. Well, if the Father is doing, he's not resting. Oh, and what about the Old Testament? Didn't God directly involve himself with so much of what went on? The burning bush, talking to folks, the 10 Commandments, all that stuff. Manna from heaven. God was doing stuff then. He's doing stuff now. So the perfect world God intended all along before the beginning of time was the new heavens and the new earth. And this world is his means to that end. And when we start looking at the parables, especially the parable of the weeds, we will see that this world is a means to that end. If any of this is of interest to you, share it with a friend. It helps me, it'll help you, it'll help them, it'll help God. Hey, couldn't hurt. Oh, by the way, God has a plan for your success, and we're here to help you work it.